Okay. What super kid?
Amy and Eric love their two children more than anything, but they've lost custody of Christopher and Hunter, not because they were neglectful or violent, but because they say their IQs are too low.
I don't think that IQ has anything to do with raising your kids. The only thing that should matter when it comes to raising your kids is that you love them, you're able to support them, and you're just there for them and their needs. And I can do that.
Child Protective Services in their town of Redmond, Oregon, first came knocking in response to an anonymous call. It was alleged that the couple was not capable of caring for their son Christopher when he was a newborn. Authorities took Christopher when he was just days old and placed him in the custody of a foster family. Both Amy and Eric have high school diplomas, but as part of the state's investigation, they were given IQ tests, they said. She scored 72 and he earned 66. An average IQ ranges from 90 to 110. They said this was used to justify keeping Christopher in foster care. The Department of Children's Services says that being developmentally disabled is not the sole basis for removing a child from his or her parents. Amy and Eric were allowed to visit with Christopher, but haven't been able to live as a family with their son. When their second child, Hunter, was born in 2017, they were shocked to have him taken away too. It was traumatic for Amy and Eric.
I was very upset, and I wanted to be able to bond with him and have that attachment with him, and 2 days is not very long to be able to bond with your newborn son.
Shireen Hagenbach is an advocate working with Amy and Derek to help them regain custody of their children. She says,
the court-appointed attorneys are too busy to look into these cases. They didn't even know that they had normal high school diplomas until I came in the picture. So they haven't even had proper representation. I think if they had that from the beginning, they would have had Christopher back in the first 6 months.
But this family doesn't have much time.
We are still fighting in the courts here. CPS technically, legally doesn't even have jurisdiction over Hunter yet. And we have a court date set for Christopher for terminating our rights in December.
Meanwhile, the couple lives in limbo, waiting for a court to decide whether their children get to come home.
It frustrated me a little bit because, like I said in the beginning, IQ shouldn't matter. I mean, I shouldn't be judged on what my IQ level is. It's just a number. It's not how I parent.
This is Inside Edition in depth.